Alright, this is a 2010 Honda Civic EX. This video I'm going to show you how to replace the 4 spark plug, okay? It's got over 100,000 miles. I believe it's 108 or 109,000 miles, somewhere in that area, okay? So I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to do it at home. I'm going to make this a 2-part video. One of them is, show you where to buy the spark plug and the problem I have with the fake one out there. Gap them, select the right tools, and the second part of the video I'm going to show you how to actually take it out and install a new one in there. Okay, so I'm going to share something with you, right? These 4 spark plugs I ordered from Honda. Okay, these 4 spark plugs I ordered from eBay. All right. So this is 4 for about $14, and this is 4 for about 19 bucks a piece. So I pay like $90 for these 4 on the Honda dealer website. Okay, so the box, as you can see, it looked identical all the way. Okay, I put the X mark on there to let me know that this is a fake one, so I don't mess it up. So as you can see, it's identical. Okay, even the barcode here is also identical. Okay, and the part number up there. So the box, it looked identical. Made in Japan right there. Okay, so the boxes look very identical. The spark plug, it looked to me is also identical. The only different I can tell, okay, I put this on, so this thing have a little silicone on it, so I know that I installed this on. This is I call them a fake one or a non-genuine. It look identical in all shape or form, same gap. Okay, as you can see the tip of it. This is like 2 gas tank, about 600 mile use, and I start experiencing missing, and engine seem it run with a little miss. Okay, so the only difference that I can tell is this band right here. Okay, this is a genuine one, the one on the right. So this one here, like I say, is about 600 miles, and I can't stand it anymore. I get rid of it, so I'm gonna put the genuine one on. All right, so on the band here, on the fake one or the cheap one, it say it's NGK right here, and on the side band here, it just give a part number, like the part number on this is right there is it have that part number right there, IZFR 6K. Okay, so that's the fake one. It have that stamp on there. On here, I don't know if it's show good on the camera. There's an NGK, and if you turn it on this side, you see that IZ look like FR6K right there. Okay, the genuine one, it just say you look on the side here, it say Japan on there. Okay, when I ordered this from eBay, they have a picture, and when I look at the picture, it did show just like this one here, but the one I received is this one, and to me it doesn't last long. Okay, so I'm going to show you that's the difference between the real genuine Honda part and the fake one. Okay, I mean, I put this on 1 week. I run 2 gas tank, can't stand it. I have to take this out, the one that came with the car. I have to put them back in. Okay, that's how bad these spark plugs, these fake spark plugs are. So that's something you guys need to be aware of. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this spark plug, take the OEM one, the original one that came with the car, out, and put this new spark plug in. Okay, so I got all the technical data from this Honda Civic 2006 to 2010 service manual. Okay, under ignition system, okay, page 429, it's pretty much show you right there under this diagram. You see the nut that holds down the coil. Okay, the torque on that is 8.7 foot-pound. All right, and on here it show you how to remove the spark plug, how to install it. The torque for the spark plug, okay, is 18 foot-pound. All right. On here it's also show you to apply a small amount of anti-seize compound to the plug thread. Okay, so this area right here. Okay, and that's it. So remember the torque for the spark plug is 18 foot-pound. For these nut that hold down the coil is 8.7 foot-pound. Okay, so anything under 10 pound, I guess you can snug in. If you don't have a torque wrench that go down that much, but definitely you want to torque these down to 18 pound. Okay, don't over tight them, because in the past I see a lot of my friends, they tight it so tight that they crack the ceramic area, and when they do that, the spark plug is no good. Okay, on here is tell you if the spark plug electrode is dirty or contaminated, clean the electrode with the plug cleaner. Okay, so it tell here, do not use a wire brush to to scrape to brush or scrape the iridium electrode, so this will damage the electrode. If you use one of those sandblaster spark plug cleaner, do not clean more than 20 seconds. All right, and turn the page to page 430. Okay, on here it tell you what type of spark plug do this Honda use. Okay, so I'm using the NGK IZF46K TAC 11S. Okay, I'm using that spark plug right there. So it's pretty much give you the gap right here. Okay, electro gap 1 to 1.1 millimeter. That come down to be 0.039 to 0.043 in thousand of inch. Okay. All right, and on here is tell you the same thing as apply a small amount anti-seize compound to the thread, torque down to 18 pound. Okay, so the gap is that gap right there. All right. Okay, so for the SI model, pretty much the same. Okay, look at this diagram. This nut right there is 7.4 foot-pound, and the one down here is 8.7 foot-pound. Okay, the SI model, I guess, they have this plate on top. Pretty much the same torque that they use. 18 foot-pound for the spark plug. All right, the spark plug type for the SI model right there. They use a different type of spark plug. Okay, so IZF47G TAC 11K S is an NGK model, and underneath there there's a DENSO. Using the same gap setting pretty much. All right, same gap setting, different spark plug for the SI. Torque same, 18 foot-pound. All right. So that info, the same, the information the same under the maintenance reminder page, which is page 38. If you look on here, it tell you spark plug for the R18 engine, which is the one that that I own. Okay, that's a spark plug number right there for the NGK, and for the DENSO, is that spark plug right there. For the SI engine, which is a K20 engine, okay, 20Z3, they use that type of spark plug right there. Okay. Okay, this section of video, I'm going to show you how to check the gap and show you how to gap the spark plug if you need them. Okay, so technically you're not supposed to gap these, okay, because number one, the manufacturer clearly state in the instruction book that these are pre-gapped. You're not supposed to gap them. However, okay, now this is what I got here. This is a fake one right here. I'm going to use it for training, and that's the one that came off the car. That's the one that over 100,000 miles, and the one that in the car right now is the one I just bought from a Honda dealer. Okay, so the reason they don't want you to gap these is you know, they have a pretty good reason for it, right? Because simply the center electrode right there is very small. Okay, the center electrode, I see it right there. Okay, you got the outer electrode right there, and then the center one. Okay, see how thin that is? Now, this is the one I got from 1990, one of my car that I no longer own. This is a copper core. Okay, all the light make. As you can see, the the center of this very, very thick. Okay, compared to the new spark plug. Okay, see how thick they are. Okay, when you put side by side, using white background so you can see better. Hopefully it's focusing. Right, you see how the copper core is very thick, and the new ones are very thin. Okay, so what happens if you stick something in between there and try to adjust the gap? Number one, you're gonna break that tip or bend that tip, and it's become no good. Right? Now, reason I say you're not supposed to gap these, because these supposed to come pre-gap, all uniform, all uniform gapping, like they all have a same gap on all of them. But what happened if you drop one like this one right here? I intentionally drop it, and as you can see, the gap of it is close, right? It's not as much as this one here. Okay, so when this happens, or you receive out of 4 of them, 1 of them is like this, well, and then when you try to return them, it's hassle, or they out of stock or whatever. So I'm going to show you how to gap them using this tool here. All right, this tool here to check them, and that tool here, I'm going to show how to gap them. Okay. Now there are other kind of tools that I have. They doing the same thing. Okay. This one here have a feeler gauge. That one there, it's pretty much. These are like 30 years old. I have it when I was young mechanic in the 80s. Okay, so all the gap on the spark plug on this 2010 Honda, when I buy the fake spark plug, the genuine fake spark plug, and the one in the car right now, plus the one I take it out of the car, that's a gap right there. Okay, 0.040. Okay, right there, and that's the way I read it is, you see the center gap, and I don't know if it shows clearly on the camera, but you see the long line on 0.040 is at the center of the of this metal electrode right here. Okay, so all my spark plug in the car right now are like that. Lucky for me, all the spark plug came in, the fake and the new one from Honda, or at that setting right there. Okay, so I'll be showing you how to use this one, this tool right here, and the other one, this one here, and that one there. That one there used to adjust the gap. Okay, this one here to check the gap. Now don't use this to adjust the gap, because this is what happened when I loaned it out to my buddy. And it came back and looked like he using this to adjust the spark plug, and it's got a nick right there. Okay, I don't know if you can see him in the scar mark right there. Because what happened when most people do when they take this, they put it in the spark plug like that, and then let's say if the spark plug would like that, stop right there. What they do, they wiggle this up and down like that to open this. Okay, and then they get to the side that they want. Okay, and that's how they do it. And when you do that, you scar this measurement area right here. Right now, just think about it. On these new spark plugs, see how thin the tip is. So when you slide this in, and if you wiggle this up and down, you're gonna break or bend that tip. Okay, whereas the copper core one, let's see, it have a thicker center, right? It have a thicker center, and so you can put it in and do that. Okay, but you don't want to use this, right? Because like I say, it scarred this thing. This gauge here is no good. I'm gonna buy a new one, and I never gonna loan that one out again. I use this for training. So if he wanted it again, I give them this. Right? Because because you know, if you're using this, then it's no good. Hopefully he watches videos so he don't screw up my my spark plug gauge. Okay, so that leads us to this one here. Okay, this one here, the only part that I use is this part right here. You see the one with the square. Okay, let's see it. Let me show some light so you can see better. Okay, or this part right here. Okay, so basically how do you gap it is let's say this one here is the measurement on this right now is I would say 0.041 right there, because that thing in the center, or 42. Okay, all right, so let's say you want it down to 40. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, now to open it up, okay, to open up, what you want to do is you take this square piece right here. Okay, you put it right on that center electrode like that. Okay, see how I have it, just like a can opener pretty much, and you press down on this, right? This will bring that electrode upward. Okay, so I just press down a little bit. Now let's measure it. It should be bigger than 0.042. Okay, so as you can see, I just press on it, and now it go toward a 4.5 a little bit, right? So this is about maybe 4.4 right there. Okay, so that's how you open it. Okay, now when you do that, here's a side shot so you can see. Right, so I'm going to try to hook this on like so. Okay, see, and then I open it up. I hook this on that square thing. I hook it on the upper electrode, and then when I press this down, as you can see, it doesn't touch that center electrode, right? When I press it down to open it up. Okay, so that's why it's good to use this. Now to bend this back, right? To bend this down, let's say this is open too wide. What you want to do, because on here you see on this side here and this side here, side of that square, it got a different size. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you want to find the one that fit the electrode. Okay, that closely fit the electrode. Okay, like that one out there, it doesn't go in all the way. This one right here, look like this one go in all the way. Okay, so you see how I put it like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this toward my thumb. Okay, so when I bend this toward my thumb, I don't know if you can see it, but it's going to bend that electrode down like that. Okay, and that's how you adjust this gap. So this is the top view right here. I'm going to use the same thing. Okay, so you can see I hook this on. This is a top view. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bend this toward the left side of the screen, right? All right, so toward the left side of the screen, I'm going to bend it a little bit. Okay, and now when you check the gap, it should be less than 0.050. Now see, I bent it too much. Okay, so now it's at 0.0 maybe 32. See that? Okay, and then when you want to bend it back, open it up a little bit, you would take that square right there, put it on that electrode like so, like a can opener, and you just press down on it, and it should open this up a little bit. Okay, you see how that thing go up a little bit. Okay, and then you keep doing it until you reach the opening that you want that match with the rest of the spark plug. Okay, I just opened up again, and this time it went all the way, I think, back to original 4.1 or 4.2 right there. Okay, so once again, to close it down. Now keep in mind when I doing this, right, I have like one hand on the camera, so it's pretty hard for me to see things. Okay, but that's what you do. Okay, you keep doing this until you get what you want, until all the spark plug is at the uniform setting. Like that one there, I just did it, and it's very close. You see that? So you keep trying like that until you get it down to where, you know, the setting's supposed to be. Like that one right there is very close. But like I say, it's harder for me because I only use one hand. Okay. Now right there, that look like I'm at 040 right there. Okay. Okay. So that's how you gap these, by using this tool here. Okay, there are so many ways you can use this gauge, right? Like I show you the square one to open it up, but you actually can use this hook side here too, you know, to open it up. Okay, so basically you just find the hook that right size of the spark plug, and you know, once you hook it in, that's not the right side, but once you hook it in, all right, you can actually tilt it one way to closing it. Right, you tilt it toward the left side of the screen, closing it, and then you opposite side on the right screen to open it up. Okay, you can use this to do it. Another way to open up is you see this gauge here on one end, on one side of it is relatively smooth. Okay, but you flip on the other side, see that lips right there? So let's say this is 0.04. I'm use this as example. You can hook that electrode and let it sit onto that silver lip right there inside that square. Okay, like this. Okay, and then now now you can lift it up. Okay, all right, without touching the center electrode. That's the main thing. Don't touch the inside electrode. Okay, because you might, number one, you get it dirty. Number two, with the new spark plug, you're gonna damage it. Okay, so you can use that lift to your favor. On this tool right here, you can use a circle here. Okay, on the circle, basically what you want to do, you want to hook it on like so, and then lift it up. Okay, lift it up, and that will lift this thing upward. As far as downward, I don't see a way you can do it with this gauge. All right. Then let's say if you don't have these tools, right, but you do have filler gauge, keep in mind that filler gauge, like I have these set filler gauge I use to adjust valve on car, but the max size is 0.035, which is below the range of the spark plug. Right, the rest of these, like this is 0.030, is a max thickness. This even worse, 0.020. Right, and even this one, is designed for spark plug, but the filler gauge max thickness is 0.026. Right, for a spark plug, they're using these wire gauge right here. Okay, so when you use filler gauge, make sure that you have it in range of your spark plug. Okay, otherwise it's not going to work. Now, you have a set of filler gauge. Let's say you have, let's say you set this your spark plug call for 0.044. And you have a set of filler gauge of 0.044, but you don't have none of these tools. You can use the old man method, which is a screwdriver, right, to open it up. You take this and you put it, okay, you put it right. Okay, I'm looking to a camera lens, so it's pretty hard for me. Okay, so you put it right there. Okay, try to do not touch the center electrode. Okay, see if I can focus. There you go. Okay, and you just press down on the spark plug, and that will lift it up. All right, now to close it, really easy. Okay, I'm gonna take this off the vise, put it on the vise because I need two hands to close it. All right, very good caveman method, right? Poor caveman. I'm talking about poor caveman method. Okay, take this, tap on the hard surface. Okay, tap it on lightly, and it will close it up. Okay, you want to open up, take a screwdriver, open up, and then use filler gauge to measure. Okay, that's the old method. Okay, but like I say, it doesn't matter what type of tool you use to open and close. All right, make sure you adjust the this electrode right here, the outer electrode. Okay, and most important thing with the new spark plug is do not touch the center. Okay. Okay, so for the tools to remove the spark plug, I'm using, of course, the 3/8 drive torque wrench. Okay, 3/8 ratchet, 10mm socket for the coil, you know, the nut that hold down the coil, and 5/8 spark plug socket. Okay, that will fit onto your this spark plug nicely. Now, hopefully it can show right there. It's a 5/8. Okay, 5/8 inch. Make sure you use a socket type, because the socket type have that rubber insert there that hold the spark plug. Okay, so make sure you use a spark plug socket rather than a 5/8 deep socket. Okay, and the minimum of 6-inch extension, because this socket is like it's far down in the hole right there. So you have more than 6-inch, good for you, but minimum 6-inch. Okay, otherwise your ratchet's not going to be able, when you put it in, your ratchet not going to be able to fit in, okay, into that hole there. Now, for first time you take it out, you may use a breaker bar. If you don't, now I'm using a 3/8 inch drive, but you can use 1/2 inch, okay. But definitely the length of the extension, you know, you want 6-inch or more, okay, no less than that. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to test your tool to make sure it's good to go. Basically, you hook the extension onto the 5/8 socket, spark plug socket right there. Okay, you take out your spark plug and you put it onto your socket, okay, like that. Okay, you snap it in like that. Now, what you want to do is you want to hold that spark plug, right? You want to hold that spark plug, and on the other one, you want to pull the extension, okay? Let me get helper. Okay, so you test your tool. Basically, I just have somebody help me hold the spark plug, okay? So basically, you hold onto that spark plug, and on the other end, you hold onto the extension. And what you want to do, you want to pull this extension, and this socket's supposed to come out, you know, like so, okay? Pull, like that, okay? So the spark plug's supposed to come out like that. That's how you can tell if your socket is good. Now, if you pulled it out, you take the extension, you pull it out, and let me put this back, okay? If you take your extension and you pull it out, and this thing come out like that, that's no good, okay? Because that right there, when you put the spark plug in and you pull it out, the extension will come out, and the spark plug socket is still attached to your spark plug. That's no good, okay? That's why it's critical before you do this job. Make sure that you test your tool, all right? So basically, you hook on your extension, okay? Of course, you know, like I need help with the hole, because, you know, I need one hand on the camera. But basically, you use your hand, hold onto that spark plug, the other one, hold onto the extension, and you pull, okay? And it's supposed to come out like that, all right? Once again, if you pull it out and the extension came out, okay? The extension came out like so, and the spark plug socket still there, that's no good, okay? If that were the case, you need to try to get another extension or find a way. You know, if you got one of those, what you can do, you can tape, okay? Use tape, okay? Put it on like that and use tape and tape the socket to the extension, okay? That way, when you pull it out, the whole thing came out, okay? So now you test your tool. I tell you what tool you need. You gap them, you test your tool, it's all good to go. Now let's go to the car and take out the old spark plug and put in the new one.